Let me tell you how I got started on YouTube, and maybe this will kickstart you into starting your channel. It's 2022 and I'm not trying to leave no money behind, and I don't want you to either. So I'm going to share with you in this video how I got started, what got me started, and how it's going. Ooh child, the ghetto. Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and I am a business owner, an entrepreneur, as well as an independent delivery driver with Spark Delivery, which is what you see here a lot on my channel. I tap into a lot of multiple streams of revenue because I love to have money coming from everywhere. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, and then when the basket is empty, I'm looking around like, where are all my eggs? So I'm going to be just sharing some things with you today on how I added YouTube to that stream of revenue as well. I finally got monetized here on my channel, and I've been monetized now since September 29th. And it was a long journey, but I was able to do it. And I know that you can too. It's really time for us to all tap into all of these God-given gifts that He's just instilled in us, because I mean, He gave it to us. Why not use it? I got started on YouTube in 2019 out of depression. I'm just going to be real with y'all. It was out of depression. I just needed a way to release everything that was in me. And I wanted to have like a digital diary of how I was progressing every day. And so my very first video was me hula hooping. I started hula hooping because it helped me be less stressful. So I lost my mom in 2018. And if any of you have lost a parent, especially your mom, y'all already know that feeling. It is just like, it's overwhelming. And it was so sudden. So I didn't know whether I was going or coming. It was just like I was just in a what they call it, in the twilight zone. And so I started watching more YouTube videos, because I used to watch YouTube like back in the day when I first started my natural hair journey. And then it kind of migrated over to makeup, and then it migrated over to other things that I was watching. And then I kind of completely just got off of YouTube. But then I came back, and the first thing that popped up was a girl that was hula hooping. And so she was just talking about how this was a distressor for her. And so I was like, that sounds like something, and I just wanted to move my hips anyway. I like to dance, and I like to have fun. And I just felt like I wasn't myself after my mom passed away. So it was just like, okay, I got to do something, because I got to release all of this. I got to. And so I went and got me a hula hoop. Actually, I had already had a hula hoop. I had one that was weighted. And so I was outside, I'm hula hooping, and I recorded it, put it up on YouTube, probably got 20 views, and I didn't care about views. And that's a big part of starting your YouTube channel. You can't be all into just the views. Okay, so I was out here hula hooping, just doing my thing. I didn't care, and I was actually enjoying myself. So after I did that first video, I started watching more and more YouTube videos. And so I was like, okay, that first video, that was fun. So let me just do another one. My second video was a Dollar Tree video. I was so nervous when I did that. I was in Dollar Tree, I'm walking around, and I'm almost whispering to the point where you couldn't hardly hear me. But I had watched enough videos, like, okay, I know the certain way that I need to hold my phone. I know, the things that I need to say as I'm doing this vlog or whatever. And so I recorded that, put it up, didn't have hardly any editing skill. Well, I didn't have no editing skills. Let me just be real. I didn't have no editing skills, child. None. Call me no editing Renee. So I uploaded that video, and I got a few, because a lot of people love to shop, and they like to see other people shop. And I did not know that. I didn't know so many people like to shop like that. So I put that video up, and it got a few views, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep going. This was in 2019, y'all. Like I said, 2019, I had uploaded probably 5 videos. 2 of them were hula hoop videos. 2 of them were cooking, and the other one was me at the Dollar Tree. So I got more and more into it. And the more and more I got into it, the more and more less stressed I was. And it was just like, okay, I can go back and look at myself and just see, the progression. That was the whole goal of my channel. I promise you, it wasn't even supposed to be what it is. And I'm not even trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. I'm just basically saying, this is not what I had intended. But when I say that you have to just let Jesus just take the wheel, like He had to take the whole car, probably just take it all, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was about to be a whole hot mess. And I'm so glad that he stepped in. And I'm glad that YouTube is a platform that is here because it did help me get to this point. Because I'm just telling y'all, it was rough. All right, so then I said to myself, I had to learn how to edit because I've watched all these videos and all of these people are doing all of these cool things with their videos. And I was like, how do they do that? Like I said, call me no editing skills at all, Renee. Period. None. So I'm out here on every YouTube video that I can find. And one video that I came across and he just kept popping up. It's this guy named Nick Nimmin. Nick Nimmin is like, I don't know, he was just God sent. I mean, because out of all of the videos that I had watched about YouTube, he was the only one that, you know, that I kept going back to. Like, it was just something about the way that he delivered what he was saying. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I kept watching him and I was just implementing different things that he was saying to do. And I still, you know, I wasn't grasping it all. I was just out here just doing my own thing, not knowing. Child, please. I didn't know what I was doing. And so long story short, I found this editing software, which was KineMaster. That was my first editing software that I had. I was filming everything from my phone. Although I have 2 DSLR cameras, I still don't know how to operate neither one of them. Don't ask me why I got them. I got them. But I do not film off of those at all. I'm always on my phone or on my GoPro. All right. So KineMaster was an app that you download and it was on my phone. So if you are into YouTube and you're into editing, y'all already know that editing on your phone is trash. It's straight trash. Like, you be over here trying to see on this little bit of screen and you know, trying to move stuff around, move files around and stuff like that. And it's like, it's got to be a better way because I cannot deal. And so everybody was always talking about Final Cut Pro and all of these different iMovie and all of that. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm not about to spend all of that money for those editing softwares because I don't even know if I'm going to stick with this. So I went to KineMaster and I'm still trying to fumble around and do what I'm doing on my phone still. And so it got to the point where I was like, okay, this is too much. This is absolutely too much. I got to learn a new software that I can download to my computer so that I can edit efficiently because I was getting so frustrated. And so I had another computer that actually, it wasn't even for editing. It wasn't for anything. It was just old basic computer, child. So I went out and I got a new computer. This is how much I was like, okay, I'm vested into this now. I am vested into this. I'm going to go out here and spend some money on a computer that I don't even know nothing about because I'm tech savvy, but not that tech savvy. You know what I'm saying? I can make some stuff shake now. I can make some stuff shake, but I ain't all that. So I went out here and I bought this new computer and it was a gaming computer. So it could, you know, it could kind of weather the storm because what I was trying to do was edit. And so my whole other problem was now I got to find an editing software that I like. I went through quite a few. I'm talking about, I tried to do it through Windows, the Windows movie, whatever it was. I ain't like that. And then my husband, he tried to tell me about one. I'm trying to think, what was the name of that one? And I was like, I ain't got time for that one either. I don't know. I ain't got time. And so then I was looking for KineMaster to try to see if it had anything that I could download to the computer. And they did have something, but you had to download this installer, which was BlueStacks or Blue Chips or something like that. And I was like, look, see, what I'm not going to do is be downloading all this stuff to my computer. And this is my new computer, so I'm not going to put all this stuff on my computer and then I don't know how to get it off. So I was like, okay, KineMaster, you out. I can't deal. So I came across, I actually looked up Final Cut Pro, and they had this sister program, which is Filmora, which is what I now edit with. When I tell you that was a beast to learn, especially coming from something from like KineMaster, it was just so, you know, so cutthroat. Like you could just find your way. It was a real easy app. And so I learned how to edit a little bit more on Filmora. And this is how we got where we are today. Now, I do a lot of side hustling. I'm a bartender. I have a mobile bartending service. I have a small business where I sell waist beads. I work from home with different companies from time to time. I am delivering groceries. And then now this. So I had a lot of stuff going on, because here's the thing with depression and being that I had lost my mom like that, and I just felt like I was out here all alone outside of just with me and my husband. I was like, I'm just numb to everything. So I poured my all into work, everything I just didn't want to feel. And so I was just numb. And I kept at it. I just kept at it. And YouTube is something that I have. It's very, 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 trust me, very challenging. But I'm up for the challenge, because I was like, ain't no way a little 8-year-old can stand over here and talk about reviews on toys, and I can't get up here and talk. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some 8 and 9, 10, even... Some might be younger than that. They out here killing the game on YouTube. I watch some of their videos. I'm trying to get pointers from an 8-year-old. Ain't that something? Here I am up here in my 40s. And I'm up here trying to get pointers from an 8-year-old. I did. I sure did. I was over there looking at the little boy. I think he might be 8. He do a lot of reviews on toys. And I'm talking about he do some good reviews. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. So I'm over here checking out all these different videos, and I'm trying to make my setup and everything be like, what I've seen. I'm trying to mimic everything. So I was trying to do everything in one. I'm trying to learn how to edit. I'm trying to get my videos to look like this. I need to have my background to look like this. I need to come on camera all done up and cute and with makeup on and all this stuff here. Let me tell y'all, all you got, just get started. Don't worry about all that. All of that is going to come, because if y'all have watched my videos, even if you haven't watched, if this is your first time here, baby, let me just tell you, I've come a long way. I've come a long way from where I once was. Most of the time I was just in my kitchen. I was wilding out. You hear me? I was wilding out on camera. And I just felt like I am over the top, but I'm also mellow at the same time. And I was like, okay, I got to find that happy medium. You know what I'm saying? I can't always be here, and I can't be here, because one thing y'all will learn if you're just trying to get onto YouTube, it's all about energy. Like, if you don't come on here and get your point across within the next second, your video is pretty much dead, unless you have a pretty good following. So I had to grasp that part, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, my mellow me, I wanted to come on and just be like, what's up? And people are looking like, nothing, girl, bye. Bye. So I was like, okay, I gotta change this. So I started looking at different things, different people, and I was like, now see, I ain't that high strung. I mean, I'm high strung, but I'm not over the top, like coming on here like, what's up? No, you're not gonna get that unless I'm delivering groceries, because in order for me to do that, I have to have some type of high energy to move along my day. But anyway, I say all that to say, if you're just getting started with YouTube and you find yourself trying to compare yourself to what everybody else is doing, and, trying to come on camera and be this way when that's not you, the viewers can feel that through the camera. I'm going to tell you a story. I used to work at Geico, and Geico used to have us to put a mirror in front of us when we were on the phone call. And our metrics were, we had to get 100% A calls all the time, which was you went above and beyond for every customer on every call. If you did not feel like talking, they always said, put a mirror up in front of you, look at yourself, because most time when people see themselves, they start to smile, and you smile through the phone. And that is what has stuck with me. It's like I have two different voices. I have a Rolling with Renee, I hear in these streets voice, and I have a very, very, very professional voice. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when they told us about smiling through the phone, I was like, what kind of made up monkey is this that they talking about? But that is so true. Like, when you're watching people on camera, you can feel their energy through the camera. And I appreciate everyone that has come onto my channel, and they basically were like, we enjoy your videos because of your personality. This is me. What y'all getting, this is totally me. Like, now if you saw me in person, I'm probably a little bit more over the top. I probably like turning up just a little bit, but this is me. I mean, I'm pretty, this is me. You get what you get. And so y'all just have to basically just find that happy medium for you. That's basically how you're going to be successful with your YouTube. You're going to have to put out a lot of videos. You're going to have to work really, 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 really hard with putting out videos. And if you're already not knowing what you want to do, because that was me. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And my channel still does not have a niche. It doesn't. I mean, a lot of people are niching me into delivery drivers, but that's not my niche. I'll talk about it all day long. You know what I'm saying? But when people come to my channel, I don't know exactly what I want them to get from my channel. But what I do know is, a lot of the things that I do put out is helpful information. So I guess that's my niche. You know, it's about just talking or how-tos or something like that. I don't know. But I try to put out quality content. You know, I'm just not out here just putting up BS just to have a video. And that's another thing too that really gets on my nerve. Like, some people be out here just putting stuff up here. They don't care about how the sound is or anything like that. And you can barely hear them. It be muffled. And I'm like, now this has so much potential, but they just didn't care. And you have to put that extra effort in when you are planning to be a YouTuber, because, honey, let me tell you, you're going to lose a lot of sleep. You're going to lose a lot of sleep trying to figure YouTube out, because you got to get the algorithm going. You got to try to get them to like you, not people, but you got to try to get the algorithm to like what you're putting out in order for them to push it towards people who would want to see it. And then, yeah, I guess on top of that, you do have to get people to want to watch you. And my biggest problem right now is thumbnails. Like, I struggle hard. I'm so shocked that I get the views that I get based on the thumbnails, because I suck at thumbnails. I'm just being real. I suck at thumbnails. And some of this stuff that people be putting out, I'll be like, nah, that's cute. Now, how do they do that? I got so many thumbnail apps. I'm all on Canva. I'm on everything. They got a thumbnail app out here on my phone. And I just can't, for the love of me, get that down. As far as me being able to talk and being comfortable on camera, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. But editing was a challenge for me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to push out more and more videos because I have learned editing. I've invested a lot into YouTube, and which is why I'm so excited that I did get monetized, because, like I said, this started from nothing. I'm talking about, when I say started from the bottom, now we here. Now we could be even more here, but, you know, I'm happy with the here. You just got to celebrate the small accomplishments. You can't start on YouTube being nobody and then expect 10,000 views just because you see some of these other people out here doing it. Unless you got a surefire way of being able to connect with that audience just like that. Because some of these niches out here, like these prank channels and stuff like that, these kids are going in, and that's a big pond to be in when you're new and trying to jump into that. You know what I'm saying? So just do what it is that you know how to do. And as you grow, then you will, you know, start to tap into other things. But don't come out here and just be like, well, they doing it, so I'm going to do it. No, you can't. Because some people just can do that and some people just can't. Just saying. Some people can do that, some people can't. I know I couldn't pull no prank on my husband. I know I couldn't do that, so I'm not even trying to try that. I know I'm not fixing to sit up here and try to show y'all about editing and finances and all of that. I stick to what I know. And the little bit of stuff that I do know, I'm glad that y'all are taking it in. And if you're new, I mean, this is the shenanigans that happen over here. We have a chaotic, organized mess over here on Rolling with Renee. But you'll love it here. I promise. You'll love it here. I'm going to show you everything that I know. You know, that's one thing about me. I'm just like an open book. I don't mind sharing. The only problem I have is I hate when people ask me for stuff when they don't even have a plan for themselves. Like, I get a lot of people that say, hey, I want to start my YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, cool. What have you done? Let me see it. Well, I was hoping that you'll help me build it. I can't help you build your channel. You need to just go ahead on and put some stuff on camera and put it out there. You know, they want you to do everything. And then they want you to just give all your time for nothing. And then once they get where they're going, they forget that they didn't know anything. You get what I'm saying? So I like to help people that already, you know, they are out here. They're, you know, they are really trying. And then they get stuck, so they decide to ask. Those type of people, I love it. But let me just, okay. So anyway, like I said, it's coming up to 2022. There's no need for you to not go ahead and start your YouTube. Like whatever it is, like I have a lot of people here that are here for my grocery delivery videos. If that's what you do, put it on camera. Put it on camera. You can use your phone. I have a whole video in my playlist that I show you how I set up in my car. It's so easy. Like you don't have to have this big extravagant setup. These lamps, these are 2 lamps from Target, and the rest of this stuff is just stuff that I had around the house. These pillows is from Five Below. It's nothing expensive that I'm going to spend all of my money on. If I'm going to do that, it's going to be something that's long lasting, like my lights. My GoPro, I invest a lot into that. I invest a lot into my sound. I invest into my editing. I invest in stuff like that. The music that I use, you're going to have to put out some money if you want a pretty decent return. And like I said, I finally got monetized here September the 29th. And I'm happy about that. You know, my check is not $5,000, although, you know, I'm already manifesting and saying that I'm going to have that check. I'm going to have it because I'm working really, really hard to get there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with the small accomplishment so that I can be able to pour back into my YouTube, because the money that I make from YouTube, if it's something that I need, like my SD cards, or, you know, I need a new light bulb for my lights, or I need a new mic, anything like that, I know that I can pull from that. And then once it starts to get hot again, I'm going to be saving all of this money that I'm going to be getting from YouTube, that I'm getting so far, you know, and it's not much, but it's enough to drop in the bucket. I'm going to be saving this as a travel fund so that I can go different places without having to use anything of mine. My whole goal is to invest my money into, I want to get into real estate and stuff like that, you know, and I want to invest my money there. With my small business, Spark Delivery is what helps me with that. So I'm always pouring money in. You know, I'm always out here trying to find avenues for streams of revenue. Like I'm always thinking ahead of the game. So I said all this to say, go ahead, get started with your YouTube. Use what you got. Use your phone. Use all those old phones. Quit turning your phones in and giving them back to these phone companies. Hold on to those phones, because you can use those when you're recording. All you need is Wi-Fi. I have probably like 10 phones, and I try to record some on all of them, you know, because when I don't know how to use my DSLR cameras. Okay. I just don't. And eventually I'm gonna learn how to use that. But right now my whole focus is getting this editing and these goddamn thumbnails down to a science. But use your phones. Use what you got. You don't have to go out here and buy no Sony camera, the Canon T3i, TTI, the tea tree oil, the coconut oil. You don't have to go out here and buy that. You don't. Just use what you have. That's basically the gist of YouTube. Get started. That's it. So anyway, let me get off here because I got to get straight into another video. Today is filming day, so I'm rolling them out. And you will learn too, once you become a YouTuber, get you a planner, because your planner is going to be your best friend. So anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I know I rambled on and on, but I hope that y'all got the idea to just get started. I'll see you in the next video.